Hey yogis, welcome to Yoga Basics. Today we're going to break down the sun salutations together, so whether you're new to yoga or you're advanced, this is a nice little flow for you. So we're really going to break down each posture to eventually work our way to a flow. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. So we're going to come to our mats, starting in child's pose. So whichever variation works best for you, whether your knees are together, hips back, palms up, forehead down, or the option for knees nice and wide on the mat, but matchless distance, big toes together to touch, hips back, hands down your mat, forehead will rest onto the mat. And this is where we drop into our practice, coming into our breath. Starting by taking a deep inhale into the nose. You keep your lips sealed, breath comes out of the nose. It's almost like a whisper at the back of your throat. Breathing in. And a nice long breath out. So we'll continue with the breath, but on the next inhale, we'll come up to all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, stacking our limbs. Looking down, making sure your hands are spread nice and wide. Then we tuck under the toes, and we're going to lift just the knees off the mat. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, knees can come down. Tops of feet can get flat on the mat. We're going to warm up our spine. On your inhale, you drop the belly, pull the chest through your arms as you look up. This is cow pose. And when you exhale, you round the spine, you press the mat away, broaden the shoulders, draw the belly in. This is cat pose. You empty all the way out. Then inhale, drop the belly, look up, cow pose. Really dragging out the breath on your exhale, cat pose. One more round, inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, all the breath out. Inhale to a neutral spine. On your exhale, you're going to tuck under your toes and imagine like someone's just tied a rope around your waist and it's going to pull you up and back to downward facing dog. So let's look up at our hands, make sure they're still spread nice and wide. Hands are about shoulders with distance. Then we look back, taking a look at the feet, making sure they're about hips with distance. Your heels don't have to touch all the way down, they can be slightly up. You can even have your knees bent a little bit if that feels good. Still having that pulling back sensation, like the hips are pulling you up and back, and then we suck the belly in, like you're trying to put on a pair of jeans that are a little bit tight. We've all been there, right? A lot of quarantine snacks happening these days inside. Take a big breath in here. On your exhale, press your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale, come up on your toes. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk to the front of your mat. Feet are together, hands are by your baby toes, and you're going to draw your forehead towards your shins. Knees can be as bent as you'd like here. This is a drawing inwards. If your hands can't touch the mat, you can bend your knees enough until they do touch the mat. Or if you have some type of prop or a block, you're more than welcome to put your hands on that. Then on your next inhale, we find our flat back, so your hands can either stay on the floor or come to your shins. We draw our shoulder blades back towards our spine. So imagine like someone has their hands on your shoulders and they're pulling you back, pulling the shoulders back towards your spine. We press our bums back, gaze is down, top of head goes forward, and knees can be slightly bent here. Then we suck the belly in to zip up our core. On your next exhale, plant your hands down, walk the feet back. This is high plank position. So now your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Spreading your hands out nice and wide, protecting the wrists. Think about kicking your weight back into your heels. That's going to let a fire in the legs, sucking your kneecaps back. Squeeze your glutes, sucking the belly in. Next inhale, we come forward, keeping your elbows in by your sides, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, hands come by your lower rib cage. Gaze is down. Now with the elbows pointing up, you can already feel the upper back engage. Press the shoulders away from your ears. We press into the tops of our feet. Next inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest up. Gaze stays down, back of neck long. Exhale, lower the chest down. We'll do that again. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back to all fours. Tuck toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a nice long exhale. So that's our modified Sun A. If at any point you try an upward facing dog and that doesn't feel good in your body, that is the variation of the chaturanga that you will take. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk or jump, front of mat, feet are together. Inhale to your flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Reach the arms all the way up. This time, hands come together at the top. On your exhale, fold your body. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, high plank position, walk the feet back. Inhale, come forward on your toes. On your exhale, you're gonna lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, inhale. Lower the chest down, exhale. Inhale back to all fours. Tuck under your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale up on your toes. Exhale, bend knees, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, baby cobra, inhale. Lower the chest down, exhale. Inhale back to all fours. Tuck toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk at our dog for a minute, breathing in. And breathing out, lifting one heel and then the other. Noticing if the body's starting to warm up. That's what we call Sun A. We're going to move on to Sun Salutation B. Remembering that we are going to do an upward facing dog, and if that doesn't feel good, you'll take the cobra variation. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale, bend knees, look forward, walk or jump. Front of mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. On next inhale, we find chair pose. So you drop your hips down to knee level. Feet together, knees together. Lift up your toes, weight comes into your heels. Now let the toes relax, squeeze the knees together like there's a dollar bill there. When you're ready, biceps by ears. Now let's check to make sure we're not cheating. Hands down by the mat, that's how low you should be. Then sweep the arms up. Look down. If you can't see your toes, you want to move your knees back. Suck in the belly. If this is uncomfortable with biceps by ears, your arms can come by your sides, kind of like a cactus pose. Take one more breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank position, walk the feet back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. And exhale, lower. Now if you want to practice upward facing dog, here's your chance. Press into your hands, lift the chest up, arms are straight. Otherwise, you're staying in cobra. So the tops of your feet are on the mat, legs are lifted. Drag the chest through the arms. Imagine like someone's pulling your shoulders back. Gaze goes up, breathe in. And exhale, downward facing dog. You roll over your toes. If you are in cobra, you go back to all fours and then to downward facing dog. We're gonna do warrior number 1 on our right side. So you'll inhale, the right leg lifts. On your exhale, step the right foot by your right wrist. Dial down the back left foot. So you should have about a foot to a foot and a half in between your 2 feet. Start pulling the right hip back, pressing into the outer edge of the back left heel. Then when you're grounded, come on up, warrior 1. Hands to your hips. If you feel that your hips are off, start to pull the right hip back, looking over at that right knee, making sure it's over your right ankle. Continuing to press to the outer edge of that back left foot. Hands behind your head. We press our head into our hands. That lifts your heart space up. Arms come up, biceps by ears, pinky fingers turn in. This is warrior 1. Breathe in. On your exhale, warrior number 2, we open up. So now in warrior 2, I'm going to turn towards you for a moment. You stay right where you are. A lot of people have their knee turn in. Try to draw your right knee over your right little toe. Now once you've got your right knee over your right ankle, drawing over the little toe, make your upper torso flat to the wall you're looking at. Look back at your back left foot. It should be either parallel to the back of the mat or slightly angled to the front. Shoulders away from the ears, sucking the belly in. Drishti gaze comes over the right fingertip now. Turning your head like an owl. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And on your exhale, you pinwheel down, frame the right foot. Kick the right foot back, high plank position. Next inhale, come forward on the toes. On your exhale, or halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do warrior number 1 on the left side now. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot through by the left wrist. Now let's set it up. Dial down that back right foot. Sits at about a 30-degree angle. Start to pull the left hip back, making sure you've got a nice bit of space in between your legs so we're not on a tightrope. Then when you're ready, lift the arms up. We bring our hands to our hips, square off the hips, look at the left knee, get it over the left ankle. Keeping that back outer side of your right foot active, pressing there. Then when you're ready, hands behind your head. We press our head into our hands to lift the heart space. When you're ready, arms come up, pinky fingers turn in, shoulders away from your ears. This is warrior 1, breathe in. On your exhale, warrior 2. So now you have the back view of me. So let's look over the left knee. Draw it over the left little toe, stacking your limbs. Then we look over to the right. Back right foot is either angled slightly or parallel. Shoulders away from the ears, we're nice and flat to the wall we're looking at. Then we turn our head like an owl, look over our left middle finger, drishti gaze, coming a little bit deeper. Next inhale, you flip your palm, reverse your warrior. And on your exhale, we pinwheel down, we frame that left foot. Kick the left foot back, high plank. Inhale, come forward on your toes. Exhale, or halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll all meet here. Now we're gonna flow through that 2 more times a little bit faster. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk or jump, front of mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your chair pose. And we'll hold here for the exhale. Relax the shoulders, suck the belly in, weight in your heels. Maybe next inhale, you sit a little bit deeper. Calm in the fire, breathe into the discomfort. 1 more breath in. Then a big exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step right foot through. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, pinwheel down, frame the right foot, high plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway down or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step left foot through. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip and reverse. And exhale, pinwheel down. Kick back the left foot. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more sun B. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale, bend knees, walk or jump. Inhale, flop back. Exhale, fold one breath per movement. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flop back. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, pinwheel down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, high plank position. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, or halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, down onto your knees. Find your variation of child's pose. Giving yourself a moment here to connect with that fire that you just created in the body. Noticing where you're naturally holding the breath here. Is it in your chest? Is it in your belly? Is it in your throat? Following it in and following it out. And when you're ready, you can come up to all fours. Find yourself in a seated position. So those are sun salutations. If you're able to practice that sequence, then that's going to be a huge help when we do a full 60-minute class together. I love sun salutations. They allow you to focus on purely your breath and movement. So if you're having a hard time getting out of your head, you just can't seem to stop thinking, it's a great way to really connect the body with the breath and let the mind quiet for a moment. So I hope you enjoyed that. More to come. Namaste.